Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. McCollum staying with him. Spins, gets inside. Left-handed off the glass. Oh, what a sweet move.
Giddey, tough spot. Backdoor. What a pass. What a play. And J-Dub picks the pocket of Trae Young. He'll take it himself.
This is Dart. You're listening to the Uncontested.
What is up, and welcome to the Uncontested Podcast post-game edition, where the Thunder came home and beat the Portland Trail Blazers. I want to make sure I get these numbers right. 139-77. I'm your host for the evening, Jacob Niff, and I got my guy Justin with me.
Hello, everybody.
We are brought to you by the Blue Wire Podcast Network. Streaming the show live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. If you are in the live stream tonight, thank you so much. Make sure to go hit that like button while you're here. It just helps more people see the show, helps out the algorithm. Each like makes me feel a little bit better about my life, so please do so. Let's get the same number of likes on this video as the point differential in this game. That would be wonderful. If you're listening to the podcast version, thank you so much for downloading. We really appreciate you. You should go drop a 5-star rating while you're there. Write a little note in the comments. Follow us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Make sure you sub to the YouTube channel where you can find all the podcasts live. We're live every Sunday at 9 p.m. and after every Thunder game, almost every Thunder game. We're also live Wednesdays at 9 as well. This is pod number 4 this week, Justin. You thought the Thunder were busy. Why don't you come talk to the Uncontested boys?
Heyo.
The Thunder get off a 4-game road trip where they went 2-2, playing on a Sega Baba back in OKC. And Justin, we knew the Blazers sucked.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
But they beat the Brooklyn Nets the other night, who beat Oklahoma City. So you're like, oh, second night of a back-to-back. These dudes are super tired. Portland's bad, but maybe they got a little bit of juice. And the game started off 5-0. Scoot Henderson got a steal and a layup, and then a three-pointer within 40 seconds. At the 11:20 mark, this game was 5-0. And I thought, damn.
Here we go again.
The same start we've seen. Here we go again. The Thunder proceeded to go on an 18-2 run after that. At one point, Justin, the Blazers had 60-plus points, and the Thunder had them doubled up. That's stupid.
I was rooting for it facetiously, and then it actually happened. That's the kind of game it was tonight.
I tweeted facetiously that the Thunder were in the ballpark of finally exercising those Memphis demons in the worst loss in NBA history.
Yeah.
They got within 9 at one point of that.
They did.
They had it in the single digits.
If the Thunder don't pull their starters, a third of the way through the third quarter, it probably gets there. But
if they don't pull the starters, if they play a normal rotation, this might be a 100-point game.
Yes.
I'm not being ridiculous either. It might be a 100-point game.
Yep. I totally agree. And I think if you want to have a big takeaway, my big takeaway is just started from the bottom, now we hear. Look at us now of that Memphis game where the lowest of lows in the rebuild, the worst feeling you can have, getting clowned endlessly on social media, deservedly so, and just watching the worst basketball you've ever seen in your life, to here we are now watching this Thunder team be on the other side of things. We were joking in our uncontested chat during the game of I don't even know what you take away from this game. It was such a blowout.
It kind of feels like podcasting
of
the tanking years again, except it's the flip side.
We've come full circle. It used to be, the Thunder lost by 30 again, but here's some things we can look forward to. It's the Thunder win by 62, and
largest win in Thunder basketball history.
There's so much you can enjoy and look forward to from this team that was on full display tonight.
100%.
I think what they've done so far this week is what I hoped following how they started this road trip. I wanted to see them come out and just put the hurt on somebody. And I thought it would be the Wizards, which didn't really happen. Didn't really happen
Any
in
obvious
Miami.
too good. Couldn't do it.
I don't think that's it. And I didn't really expect it to happen against Miami, but this was an opportunity where if the Thunder hadn't come out and laid an egg against Atlanta and Brooklyn, I'm probably like going ahead and sharping this one in as like a Thunder blowout. But because of those two games, yes, the Trailblazers stink, but it just felt like, yeah, I don't know. And to your point, like how Portland started the game, you didn't know what Thunder team you were going to get. So to get Knights version of the Thunder, especially on a Segababa, traveling back from Miami, they mentioned on the broadcast a couple times they got in at 3 a.m. That's not easy to do. And we've seen this team take their foot off the gas in the last week. So for them to come out and do this shows growth, shows development, shows exactly what you want to see from a young team of like, hey, remember when we dropped that terrible game to Atlanta after beating the Celtics? Let's not do that again. And they emphatically did not do that again tonight.
Totally agree with you. It's great to see. Now they get day and a half off before they play Orlando Saturday night. I have tickets to that game.
Nice.
I think post game, like after the game is over, walking back to the car, the wind chill is supposed to be like -10.
Nice.
So that'll be fun. I'm not looking forward to that. And then another road trip. We'll talk about that in a second. For those of you that are live with us in the chat tonight, please drop your questions, your comments, so we can get to them, because I literally don't know what to talk about in this post game. Like, it's just such an ass whooping. So Justin, I thought one thing we could talk about is I wanted to talk about just some absurd stats from this game, just some craziness. Okay. The Thunder did not have a single player as a minus in the plus-minus category. Lindy Waters barely snuck it out with a 0.
Okay.
The Thunder played 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 guys. Can you guess who had the biggest plus-minus and who it was?
I'm going to guess J-Dub. And
good guess. J-Dub was
the
lowest plus-minus of all the starters.
Oh, okay.
He was a plus 39.
Oh, my God.
9 of 10 from the field, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 21 points. A plus 39 was the lowest of the starters.
Okay, I'll guess Chet then.
Chet and Shai were tied for second lowest at plus 41.
Good grief.
Shai had 31 points on 15 shots. He was 8 of 8 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block.
Okay. Dort?
Jesus.
It's not Dort. I don't feel like it's Dort, but
Dort was second highest of the starters with a plus 45. He had 11 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, a steal, and a block. Josh Giddey, a team and game high plus 46.
Wow.
13, 10, and 12.
Seems
with
good.
3 blocks, 5 of 5 from the field, and just some ridiculous passes. I dubbed him Giddey the Grade tonight because the slob wizard was slobbing.
He wasn't the only one. I agree. Like, best Giddey game of the season, hands down. Again, hard to evaluate, right?
Yeah.
In which was a glorified G League game at times, but what I saw from Giddey was phenomenal. The aggressiveness and getting to the paint, like that was what stood out most to me in the first quarter from everyone, is just that the Trailblazers had no option to stop the Thunder from getting into the paint. So, like, you love to see that. Giddey using his size. Right. Using his size on Scoot Henderson. Love to see that. His passing was incredible. Not only like what we come to expect from him on out of bounds plays, but also like the literal full court pass that he threw tonight, looking like an NFL quarterback.
That was a dime.
Unbelievable. Just all around really great game from Josh. Not that there was probably anyone you could look at the performance tonight and say, they had a bad game, but like, even when the game was still competitive as it got, it felt like he was doing all the right things. So I hope that feels like a momentum builder. He's strung together a couple solid performances now.
Mhm.
Hopefully going into the Orlando game, that continues and we get to turn this into a little bit of a streak.
Definitely. I think going back to that game in Sacramento was a real turning point for Josh. What was maybe even more important for me tonight, Justin, was not like how well Josh played, because we've seen good games from him recently, like some very good games.
Yep.
But the enjoyment, like after that lob to Chet, and he's like hyped, like high fiving Chet on the way down the court. We haven't really seen that a lot from him this year. And we can speculate why, for sure. There's a lot of stuff going on in the kid's life at the age of 21 right now. A lot of adversity, right? But just to see how much fun he was having, the joy of the team.
The vibes were immaculate.
The vibes are great. The vibe. I don't know what the hell Shai was doing to J-Dub's hair on the bench there at the end.
That.
Josh got rewarded with a pocket full of candy. Did you see that?
Yes.
I don't know who that guy was and why he's walking around with a pocket full of candy.
You know, that's how I motivate my children. So it works.
I love it. So let's continue this little guessing game. And I think the chat has spoiled it. Do you know on the Blazers who had the worst plus minus?
Well, thank goodness I wasn't looking at the chat.
Oh, okay.
Worst plus minus.
For reference, the Blazers, everyone was a minus except for Rayan Rupert, who was a 0.
Great. I'll just say Scoot.
It was Scoot. Can you guess what his minus was?
Let's go minus 47.
56.
Oh, man.
My man Scoot Henderson said about a week and a half ago that the Rookie of the Year race was still open.
Wide open.
This man had 13 points on 21 shots tonight.
He's been playing well lately, but not one to make his Rookie of the Year case tonight. That's
very much so.
That's sure.
Just some more staggering stats. The Blazers shot 8 more shots than the Thunder. They shot 28 of 101.
Golly.
That's good for 27.7%.
Oh my god.
They were 11 of 49 from 3, so half of their shots were 3-point shots. One thing I really noticed in that first half was they tried to go inside, and then they realized, oh shit, we just can't try Chet. And then they were terrified to go inside. I mean, the rim protection was just absurd.
Speaking of weird stats, Chet, the only Thunder starter to not record a block tonight.
It's crazy. They didn't give him a chance. Nobody went at him. I had a tweet earlier today about how many times this season the Thunder have out-rebounded their opponent and how many times they have shot more free throws than their opponent. Those numbers are not large. I don't have them in front of me right now. They are not large. The Thunder tonight out-rebounded the Blazers 59-42. Part of that is because the Blazers missed so many shots. There were just a ton of available rebounds. They shot 6 more free throws than the Blazers, 22-16. Thunder season high, 41 assists.
Unbelievable.
Which is incredible.
This recent stretch with the assists, despite the losses, have been insane. And it's a joy to watch this team move the basketball.
41 assists on, 53 baskets.
That'll do.
That is insane. And then I had another stat here. Courtesy of Daniel Bell, our guy, Daniel Bell, basketball guru D on Twitter. OKC is the first team to shoot 50% or better from the floor in 10 straight games since the San Antonio Spurs. Can you guess what year the Spurs did it?
2005.
Let me pull it up again. 1993.
Wow. Okay.
Your boy was 3 years old the last time that happened.
That's insane.
That is wild. The efficiency of this team has been through the damn roof. You mentioned the passing. Some of the passes and some of the plays they made tonight, like some of them were just like showtime, insane, like, and then a lot of it was just swing bucket. Like the connectedness the team has right now, the willingness to get off the ball and make the right play constantly is just freaking awesome. Like, they are so much fun to watch because they are such an unselfish basketball team that is just making the right plays. And I think that comes down to two things. Number one is coaching, and number two is having guys on the team that not only understand the vision, but are willing to play for the greater good.
Yep. Yeah.
It's awesome.
I think the amount of buy-in has been on full display lately. And it's such, like I said, it's such a joy to watch them move the ball, because when you look at the assist distribution, right, we're used to Thunder teams in the past where, Russ got his triple-double with assists. And then maybe
one else got one because they didn't have a chance to touch the ball.
Exactly. But tonight you had Giddey with 12, but then 3, 4, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2. Like, everybody got involved. Looking down the stat sheet, there's only 2 players that didn't record an assist tonight, and it's Aaron Wiggins and Kenrich Williams, who played a combined 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Like that again, unbelievable. And it's hard to maybe evaluate a stat like that on a night like tonight, but I think when you pull back and look at the broader themes of how this team has been playing lately, especially the unselfishness and ball movement has been incredible. And I think that's something that, win or lose, this team's going to be able to hang their hat on, and they're going to be able to find success if you continue to move the ball like that more often than not.
And I think they will continue to move the ball like that. Like, there's no signs that is going away.
There's no signs that this is a blip or an anomaly.
Yeah. I was recently reheard a Mark Daignault quote about Shai. I mean, we could have a totally different discussion about the MVP race.
Yes, we could.
We are getting into the territory of Joel Embiid maybe not even qualifying because of the games missed.
Yep.
Shai is currently second in odds. Depending how the rest of the month of January goes. January is the difficult month.
Mm-hmm.
If they stay top 2 in the West in January, I think we're at a coin flip on Shai winning MVP this year.
Boy,
I think we're at a coin flip.
It's nuts.
I think they might get MVP, Rookie of the Year, and Coach of the Year this year, Justin. I legitimately think it's possible.
The Holy Trinity.
When you have a guy like that, a guy that is not an all-star, but a caps lock superstar.
Yep.
An all NBA, an MVP, gonna be top 3 MVP. Not even a doubt in my mind. He might win the award this year. I legitimately think that. The quote from Mark was that this game pulls those superstars away from the team. The attention, the touches, the media coverage, the endorsements, all of that, it makes you individualized. And you have to be intentional about wanting to be a team player, about wanting to stay grounded and stay part of that unit and not get separated from that unit.
Yep.
And Shai's willingness to do that, and it's been on display so much. If the guy wanted to, Justin, he could shoot 30 times a night. He could ISO and just cook the shit out of the league.
Yep.
And he doesn't.
Totally. Yep.
I mean, we've been quoting this one a lot the past week, but the penultimate moment of that is him screening for Dub at the end of the Boston game, being willing to be the decoy to get Dub the shot to win the game. The connectedness of this team, the togetherness of this team, the buy-in, the coaching, it's just a really, really special season. We talked preseason that this might be one of the funnest Thunder seasons in the history of the team, as far as talent, upside, expectations. Last year was awesome. Last year was a ton of fun. Those early Russ, KD, Harden games and years, a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm older. I'm not as young as I was whenever the original Big Three was here. I think this might be the funnest team in Thunder history, Justin. I really do.
It's hard to argue against. I think the lack of expectations coming into this year, the optimism and the hope, and like you could see things happening, but there's no like pressure. There's no expectations of like, if the Thunder don't fill in the blank, make the playoffs, make the Western Conference Finals, make the NBA Finals, then the season's a failure. And that's what happens once you start finding success, is those expectations come in. The Thunder are going to have those expectations next season, and it's going to change the vibe of the season dramatically.
Not only expectations next season, Justin, I think the expectation next season is the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I mean, well,
am I wrong?
I'll reserve until I see what happens the rest of this season to make that, but it's definitely trending that way. And so you just can't help but sit back and enjoy this season. I'm with you. I was in college during this part of the rebuild.
Same.
Under 1.0. I was out of state, so like I could count the number of games I actually got to watch on one hand from those first couple of seasons. And so that's a big change for me, of like just getting to kind of take it in night after night, like 4 times this week already, of just kind of being in awe of what this team is able to do. It's so much fun. It's this season, like you said, it's going to be one we look back on in 10, 15 years and just feel nostalgic for, no matter where it goes from here, because this is kind of like that moment for this team, the arrival that Sam Presti alluded to.
Cannot agree more. I had a point I was going to make, and I've just completely lost it. Oh, a little bit of a news item now, 22 minutes into the podcast.
Okay.
You just mentioned that you were out of state, living out of state, going to college that first run, and got to watch like 5 games. A lot of Thunder fans are about to get to watch this team maybe for the first time since the rebuild coming up.
True. As
the Oklahoma City Thunder have announced that they are going to air every Friday night game. I believe that's 8 more games this season.
Yep.
Every Friday night game will not be on Bally, but will be on broadcast TV on the News 9 affiliate, which I believe is channel 52 in OKC. Will not be available on Hulu or on YouTube TV, which sucks, but it will be available just via your antenna. Going to be honest with you, it's the year 2024. I do not have an antenna. I will buy one, or I have heard you can like stick a paper clip in your TV and you can like MacGyver this thing.
There you go.
And you can get the antenna.
You should not do that.
Yeah, your boy's going to get electrocuted. You guys have to
can get an antenna for like $12.
Yeah, you can go to Walmart and get one. You can get one off Amazon, whatever. I think that's awesome.
It's a great move.
Justin, I don't know if director of broadcasting, something like that for the Thunder. I forget his official title. Rob Mahoney did an interview with Nick Gallo on the Thunder's official podcast, Thunder Basketball U. He also went on News 9 one morning and talked about this. And one quote that jumped out to me was he basically said that they know a large number of the fan base are unable to access games.
Yep.
And the team is a little inaccessible right now. And they are looking to fix that. And they do not know what next season looks like, but they wanted to take advantage of this opportunity.
Yep.
Justin, to me, that screams, this is a test run, and they're thinking about doing it next year.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think that I wouldn't say every team, but like obviously nobody's unaware of the suckfest that has been Bally Sports this year. I think it's a great move to consider local TV. Like I applauded it when the Suns announced that that's what their plans were. I think even if it's not all the games, it's a big win of just getting access and growing fans of the game. And what better time to do that for the Thunder than right now, because it has been such a chore for most people to try and watch this Thunder team the last few years, that with their performance on the court, for a lot of people, it wasn't worth it. But now you have the opportunity to bring in a whole new group of fans, casual fans, right? Like it's a derogative on NBA Twitter to call somebody a casual, but like the casuals are important to a team.
Yeah.
The casuals are important to the economics of a team. The casuals are important to the fan environment of a team. Like, all of that matters. And while you probably don't have the same appreciation for tonight if you weren't sitting there watching them lose by 74 to the Grizzlies, but that's still an important person the Thunder have the opportunity to bring in. I think as this team grows, that's a huge win. Me selfishly, currently living in Dallas, I'm not entirely sure I'm going to watch Friday Night Thunder basketball from here on out, but I'll figure it out and we'll go from there. So overall, I think it's a big plus.
Definitely. And just the inaccessibility of it. Like, I have
to log into Bally 7 times a week. It feels like
no crap, dude.
It's ridiculous.
And like, I don't want this to come off the wrong way. Like, I really, really don't. I'm trying to figure out like the most delicate way to say this. An example would be like, my grandma wants to watch the games.
Yes.
But by the time I try to walk her through, you have to pay for a subscription.
Yep.
And then you have to download this app on your TV. And then you have to log into this app and create a username and password.
Yep.
And then you have to do this. Like, it's so many steps for people that, like,
nuts.
Generally older populations who are not used to like smart TVs, that it's like almost like not even worth it.
Exactly.
And so I think just making the games more accessible. It's also kind of like throwing a bone to the fans. Hey, you guys funded the $900 million for the arena. Here you go. Watch the games.
Maybe you should be able to watch the team.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a
thought. Nick Jordan in the chat says, then the audio doesn't work on Bally.
For real.
100%.
My favorite thing that's been happening lately is the game will be playing and then the little pop-up is like, oops, out of bounds. Something's gone wrong. But like the game's literally playing behind the pop-up that says that. Anyway,
it's horrible.
The joys.
Justin, we have, by my calculations, a metric crap ton of people in the chat tonight.
That is.
And a lot of them are dropping comments. Would you like to take us on a trip through the comment section?
I would love to.
Hit some of your favorite comments, quotes, questions as we start to wrap this one up tonight.
I would also like to start with some of the comments we got on Twitter. You tweeted sometime late in the game. You said, "So, what do we even talk about on tonight's podcast?" And we got some good responses to that. We have people asking, "Are we weather prepared?" We're supposed to get some nasty cold weather this weekend. Do you have your faucet covers in place? Do you have your milk and bread stocked up?
So I'm anti big bread, big dairy,
as you should be.
But shout out, that was Hayden Peterson that tweeted that.
Yes.
That reminded me to go unscrew the hose from the water faucet outside.
Clutch.
And wrap up my faucets before it gets super cold. So shout out to Hayden for the reminder.
Saving your pipes. We also had Silva asking, come on, man. We also had Silva asking how we like our steak.
Oh, this is a good one. Justin, you take this one first.
Okay, medium rare. There is no other answer.
Agreed. Medium rare. But I didn't grow up a steak guy. It's been the past 6 years I've become a steak guy.
Yeah.
I got this seasoning. I'm going ribeye, seasoned, on the cast iron skillet, reverse sear.
Nice.
Basting it with some garlic butter to a medium rare.
I'm coming to Jacob's.
Dude, come over. It's so good.
I grew up eating well-done steaks cooked over an open charcoal that was like chewing a tire. Mm-hmm. So I was
like
also
low-quality cuts. Yeah, same.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
First time I ate a good ribeye, I was like, what is this?
What is this? It's kind of how I felt about the Thunder game tonight. All right. We have Meek Leak reminiscing in the chat. We're at 26 wins, getting close to 30. Remember thinking we'd be happy just cracking 40 to start the season?
Remember when we did over-unders at the beginning of the season?
Yes.
We were saying like 43, 44?
45. I think I said 45 and was like the highest on the pod.
They might get 60.
Insane. It's insane. We have a lot of people pining that are wishing the Thunder had won by 69 points tonight. Same. Would have been nice.
Hey, one year we did a teacher versus student basketball game, and undefeated, never lost, by the way. And one year we were like halfway through the fourth quarter, and the teachers had 69 points.
Incredible.
And I told everybody, do not score another basket.
Stop
We
the
are
count.
clock killing like a high school game. We are clock killing the rest of this game.
Amazing. All right. Taylor, we have a question. First seed Thunder.
They are first. I think they're tied for first.
They
right
are
now?
first seed right now, tied with the Timberwolves. But
Hell
I think
yes.
the question is, first seed Thunder, does this stick around? Does this last?
It's hard to say. But I think I'm now at a lock that they have home court in the first round. Like, I'm locking.
I like it. Got another question. We got a good look at the bench tonight. Did anything stand out to you?
You want to take this one first? You want me to take it?
You go ahead.
What I call them, big meats on the Twitter tonight. The big meats man. He's coming around, Justin.
He is. He's been playing really well.
Leaves you something to be desired defensively. I think it's always, at one point tonight, they had him on Shaden Sharp, and I was like, Micic's mind is blown right now. He has never seen somebody this athletic in his life. His default is no looks. He refuses to look at the pass he is making.
Right.
But man, he gets them so many good baskets, so many easy baskets. It's beautiful.
It's great. I think, theme of the game, like, it's hard to take too much away from a game like tonight. I hoped for a little more from Oos. He had a couple nice moments, but like, he's been balling lately in the G League.
So is Keontae.
Yeah. I was hoping to see a little bit, I don't know, like, give me something ridiculous to overreact to. Is what I was hoping for. All right, we have a super chat question.
Hey,
Alan McIntosh says, I have a bet with my friend and bro on how many wins we get. I'm not feeling so good about it. I said 46. The loser buys a winner a meal at Wingstop.
So, Alan, did you take 46 or under? Because if you took 46 or under, my brother in Christ, you are cooked. You're done.
Yeah.
You're like the Portland Trailblazers tonight. But if you took 46 and over, my wife and I had Wingstop 2 nights ago.
Yes.
Get you some of those fries. I went boneless hickory barbecue and the garlic parm.
Solid.
Very good.
I love Wingstop so much.
If you went 46 on the nose, that was a bad bet on your part. You got to take an over or under. You can't go a specific number, my guy.
Bron Ton asks, what will you be wearing to the championship parade?
In honor of the JD Taylor pod, I'm wearing my my Bass Pro Special, Justin.
Love it. I love that so much.
Actually, maybe I'll be wearing comes in tomorrow, my Chettysburg hoodie.
Yes. Now we're talking. I love that. James Mattingly asks, how many players do you think we can draft this next draft?
Ooh, great question. You take this one. The Thunder currently have 3 draft picks this upcoming draft. The Utah pick that they own is top 10 protected.
Yep.
Looking like it might convey.
Yep.
It's looking good. The Rockets pick is top 5 protected. That one I feel very strongly will convey.
Yep.
And then they either get to keep their own or the Clippers, whichever is better. The worst one goes out.
Nuts.
So that's 3 firsts. Are they making 3 firsts? Like 3
I don't think they're making 3. It just, like we've talked about, right? It's just hard to find a place for that many guys, and it's going to get harder every single season.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them drafting 2. And
I even think 2 is a lot, dude.
I do too. But knowing, like, we've talked about like a trade, you got to play the numbers game, right? If Trey Mann and Poku go out somewhere, that potentially, depending on what comes back, potentially opens up spots that you could cycle some new people in. Maybe one of those is a 2-way. I don't know. But I don't know if it could possibly be more than 2. No matter how many picks they have.
I think at least one of the 3 firsts that they have this season is getting traded, either for a player, trading in a package to move up,
that's what I think could be,
or trading the pick for like a 2030 top 4 protected pick.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of those.
We had like 17 comments about Poku, which is not
I've seen that.
What I expected.
We'll address all of them. I think Poku is done.
Yeah.
I know Poku is done.
It feels that way.
If they cannot get a trade done by the deadline for Poku, for someone who wants to take a shot on him, he is a restricted free agent this summer. If the Thunder tender a qualifying offer, I don't even think they will offer him the QO, because in Poku's best interest, he would accept the QO and come back on one more season. I don't think the Thunder are going to offer it to him. I think they're just going to let him become an unrestricted free agent and walk.
Yep. It matches how the Thunder have treated these contract situations historically. And I think if there was any chance of it not going that way, he would be playing.
100%.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
Any other comments?
We have Adam Zimmerman. What is your realistic projection for total wins this season for OKC? If you have to reassess right now, you said they could get 60. Let's hear a number.
I'll go. God, where are they at right now?
They're at 25 and 11.
25 and 11. I don't know what pace that is. Give me 55.
I like it. Grady Garrett right on cue. I said 55 before the season. Love it.
Good call, Grady.
Good call. Niner by Nature says we're definitely getting 60 wins. Love the confidence. People are buying. No, I literally cannot imagine.
If they got 60 wins, that's stupid.
Stupid. What did the Kings end at last year?
Not 60.
No, not 60, obviously. But like I've equated this season a little bit to like, maybe not as much now, but earlier in the season of like, it's a little bit like the Kings, right? Where they went through it, they had a good roster, and it just felt like they overachieved all season. And like last season for the Kings, in terms of like vibes, same vibes happening in Oklahoma City this season. Like as much fun as Light the Beam was, like that's us with the Squirtle squad. At some point, we're going to get the Thunder to put the Squirtle squad on the Jumbotron.
The Kings ended with 48 last year.
Wow, that's a lot less than I thought. Off the
48 and 34. And the chat is correcting me. We are 26 and 11, not 25 and 11.
Oh, well, there you go. ESPN has not updated. How about that? That's nuts. Thunder, I feel like the Thunder are getting 48.
Easy.
Nuts.
Easy.
What a time to be alive.
What a time. It has been it was a rough road stretch, but they came home, absolutely obliterated the Portland Trailblazers. We will get Thunder versus Orlando Magic on Saturday.
It's going to be a blast.
We got another one here. Meek Leak, if we win the championship, I'll be sending Justin a full-body Squirtle suit to dance on the pod.
Sold.
We'll do it.
You don't have to twist
100%. So Saturday against Orlando. After that, it is a pretty tough stretch, to be honest, Justin.
Yep.
I just had it pulled up and I took it down. Here we go. They go on a 4-game road trip. They have the Lakers, Clippers, Jazz, who are playing good, and the tied number one with the Oklahoma City Thunder, Minnesota Timberwolves, before coming back to play this Portland Trailblazers team again. Yep. That 4-game stretch will be difficult. Getting that one on Saturday against the Magic will be a big one.
Yep. It'll be a big week. Big week for the Thunder next week.
Very big week next week. We'll be with you every step of the way. Reminder, no post-game Saturday night after the Magic game. I mean, if it's like a really special game, maybe we'll do an emergency one.
Jacob can't resist.
But no post-game Saturday night. We will break down the Orlando Magic game. Maybe talk some trades, talk some league-wide stuff on our Sunday show. So if you are not already, make sure you sub to the YouTube channel. We will be live Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Time. We are live every Sunday, 9 p.m. Central Time. The YouTube's been popping. Let's keep it going. Make sure you hit the like button on this video so more people catch our YouTube channel. The algorithm will adjust. We would greatly, greatly appreciate that. Make sure you sub to the pod wherever you get your podcast from. Drop that 5-star rating. Follow us on all social media channels. We've got new stickers on the way. They should be here in a few days. We will tweet out those and probably start giving some stickers away. I think I owe some to people who did the survey, so we will get those out as well. Make sure to hit up the merch store where we have tons of stuff. I think you can access the merch store from our YouTube channel.
You can, as of today. Click the store tab on the end of our YouTube channel, and you can see all of our lovely merch.
So go snag some merch. May have some really cool news coming up. We've been cooking a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Justin's been cooking a little bit. Maybe some spicy news on the way, so that'll be cool. And then, as we said, next week is jam-packed, and we will be with you every step of the way for that West Coast road trip. So keep it plugged to the Uncontested. Thank you guys so much. It's always a blast. You guys were here when the Thunder got their asses whipped by 75. Full circle, baby. It's the circle of life. The Thunder have repaid it to the Blazers. It's a fun season. It's a great team. We're not going anywhere. You shouldn't either. We will catch you guys Sunday night, 9 p.m. Central Time. Don't miss it. Until then, as always, Thunder up.